season of creation is a time to meditate, pray, and respond to the cry of creation. The Columban Mission Center invites students attending Catholic primary and secondary schools to enter the 2025 season of Creation Art and Essay Competition. This competition provides a platform for the prophetic voices of young people to discern and apply their creative words and artistic work towards restoring peace with God's creation.
The 2025 thematic focus for this year's season of creation is Peace with Creation. As violence and wars are waged, human exploits continue to capitalize on the destruction of Earth's habitats and biodiversity. God is calling together His children to enact the shalom of restoring broken relationships amongst humanity and with the biodiversity of His creation. In Isaiah chapter 32, the prophet tells of a creation that is abandoned or neglected through human sinfulness. Creation lies in ruin until God's Spirit is poured out from heaven, transforming the wilderness into a fruitful field and forest. The prophet Isaiah provides hope in the midst of despair, as God's Spirit delivers justice and righteousness upon the earth, bringing forth security, rest, and peace amongst His creation. Peace is more than just having no war. The meaning of peace is to be silent, calm, and in harmony with the world around you. In the Hebrew Bible, peace, or shalom, represents the full reconciling or restoration of broken relationships. From the beginning, God viewed His creation as being very good, yet history shows the destructiveness of human activity upon creation through wars, militarization, deforestation, pollution, mining, and a throwaway culture that prioritizes profit over sustainability. In order for peace and healing to properly happen, there is a need for humanity to be in communion with God, neighbor, themselves, and the whole of creation. Over the last 107 years, the Columban Fathers have relied on God's Holy Spirit to help their mission for justice and peace throughout the countries and communities they work. In countries like Fiji and Myanmar, where political unrest and coups d'etats have brought on suspicion, violence, and division between groups of people, the Columban Fathers have worked as peacemakers to bring about neighborly love and unity. They have hosted interreligious dialogues and pilgrimage visits that promoted peace, understanding, and an appreciation of different belief systems, to where a meal is shared, cultural exchanges occur, and new friendships are formed. In Kachin State, a remote part of northeast Myanmar, the Columban Fathers have missioned with those who have suffered under a violent civil war lasting almost 70 years. There are many young people in Myanmar who deal with the impacts of war by becoming addicted to drugs, which in turn destroys their families and communities. Yet the Columban Fathers recognize the human dignity of these young people and tirelessly work to rehabilitate them through holistic treatments so they can break free of their addiction and be at peace within themselves and with their families. Throughout the 15 countries where the St. Columban Missionary Society operates, the voices of the poor, the marginalized, and of God's creation are prioritized through the work of the Columban Fathers. They plant mangroves and host coastal cleanups in Fiji. They educate on plastic pollution in Australia. They support community lobbying against fossil fuel plants in Korea. They build hundreds of homes after catastrophic floods in Pakistan. And they are involved in livelihood projects that protect the environment in the Philippines. They participate in eco-retreats in England to deepen connection to creation and outdoor learning for children. And the Columban Fathers helped bring together multi-faith groups to protest deep-sea mining and promote ocean conservation.
Justice. We are called to love tenderly. We are called to serve one another.
Isaiah 32 speaks of God's Spirit pouring from heaven and transforming the earth into a fruitful forest where righteousness delivers peace amongst his creation. The Columbans rely on this same Spirit to help bring God's peace to the places and people where they mission. Like Isaiah, the prophets of old and wise leaders of today remind us that the Holy Spirit guides and nurtures, just as Mary and Joseph nurtured Jesus as a child. So we are called to love broadly, act courageously, and through the power of God's Holy Spirit, restore peace with our neighbor, within ourselves, and with the whole of God's creation.
This September, share your vision of what Peace with Creation means by entering the Columban Season of Creation Competition. Express your creativity by submitting a drawing, artwork, poetry, or essay that answers one of the following questions. What does peace with creation look like to you? How can we practice being at peace with creation? Why is it important for children and young people to reconnect with creation? Submit an entry and you will be in the running to win a prize which will be sent out to your school. All entries will also receive a certificate of participation that recognizes your idea and effort. So what are you waiting for? Come join me and bring a friend. Let's work together and care for our common home. Be part of this Columban Season of Creation Competition and make your submission by September 1st, 2025. Let's go!